KA0KDW.
W8WKY.
KA0KDW. KD8SLG. How you doing, Brad?
Is that Nick? I heard W3ETB here.
Doing all right, Nick. And hello there, Eddie, as well. Glad my net's done with. That was a train wreck. I was trying to do stuff on the fly, which I always do my news of the net on the fly. And I'm walking around, so sorry for the buzzing. I'm actually getting ready to change back over to my other handheld. But anyhow, the Green Country Hamfest in the Claremore area, that made my news of the net very difficult. If anybody that has anything to say about their website is listening, they need to make that a little bit more user-friendly for me. I could not find what I was looking for. I found a lot of information. I couldn't find the darn times. I found the dates of the Hamfest, but I couldn't find the times I needed. So, or the address. And it felt very cluttered to me. So, anyhow, sorry about that, my radio timed out, but it felt very cluttered to me. And so if anybody in the Tulsa area is listening and has anything to do with that website, there's my 2 cents. Then somehow, while I was logging, I don't know if there's a key combination on Excel that does this, or on Windows in general that does this, because I don't go anywhere near my scroll lock. But somehow I got scroll lock turned on, and somehow I merged an entire row of cells, which, again, I don't know how I did that, but while doing all the logging and trying to fix that, I finally got everything straightened out while still running the net, so that was a train wreck. But, hey, what net that I run isn't a train wreck? If something doesn't work or something doesn't go a little wrong, whether it's me messing up or something technology-wise messing up, then it's not a real net. KA0KDW. I'll send it over to you, Nick, and then I guess you can hand it over to Eddie.
Well, Brad, if things didn't go wrong, everybody would do it. So there. Eddie, W3ETB. How you doing, Eddie? Haven't talked to you in a minute. What you been up to?
Yeah, hi, Nick. I'm glad that you're on the mend, and hopefully you're feeling better. When do you think you'll be back to full capacity?
Really don't have a clue, Eddie. Really don't have a clue. So, just started putting weight on it a week and a half ago or so. So, learning to walk again. Got ice on it as we speak. KD8SLG. Back to you, Eddie.
Well, I hope you continue to feel better and, you get back at doing things that you need to do. Now about that broken ankle thing, I had both of them broke. I broke one a long time ago when my wife and I were first going together. And, I was working for a company, and we were doing some stuff on, actually, the company I was working for, we were washing the Bell Atlantic trucks, and it was late at night, and I had to put a light up on the side of the truck, and I went to climb up on the back of the truck to put the light up when I lost my footing and fell off, broke that ankle, the right ankle, and then years later, I broke the left ankle. So I know, yeah, it's really terrible, but not Not as bad as yours, though. That really looks bad. So, anyway, turn it back to you, and it's probably going to get close to time for the net, so I'll be standing by for the net. So W3 for now, Nick. W3 TV. Back to you.
I haven't had a whole lot of experience with broken anything. Yeah, fractured shoulder a couple summers ago. Anyway, so put one foot in front of the other, right? Right. All right, let's go back to Brad, see if you got the other handy-talkie yet. You were pretty hummy, buzzy there, Brad. K0 KDW from KDSLG.
Yeah, my Kenwood's really bad about that. Even on Simplex, if I'm in the trailer, it's really buzzy. So hopefully this is better. My radio's laying on my bed where it usually doesn't have a hole to it, and I'm using the Bluetooth. I was a little worried to begin with that because I hadn't heard anything. Turns out my Clear Node, I have it turned off for connections automatically because normally it connects to my repeater, but the internet at the repeater is down and probably is going to be down until we move the repeater, hopefully next week. So it did not auto-connect like it would. So I had to go and manually connect it. So, oh well. I'll just have to remember to manually connect it or find it by settings and turn it back on to do it next week. So hopefully this is better.
Much better, man. Thanks. All right, I'm going to hop off of here, and I believe it's the Josh and Lucy show tonight. It should be a ton of fun. And I'm going to get out of the way there, grab something to drink, hobble down the hall for a minute, and see y'all later on. KDSLG clear for now.
Thanks for the report there, and we'll catch you later. Yeah, I believe you're right. I think Dustin, I almost called him Denny. I think Dustin said they have the last Wednesday, so... Oh, crap, I just realized it's the last Wednesday. Wow. KA0 KDW. My mind is gone tonight. We'll be standing by.
I just want to say hi, Brad. It's W3 TV. And you take care. We'll talk to you later.
W8WKY.
WB4AIZ, W8HRF. You out there, Chuck?
WB4AIZ. Go ahead.
How's it going, Chuck? I just wanted to give you a call before we get started and see if you're out there and see how you're doing. Got you on the list, and hopefully you're doing well.
Yeah, Roger. I was going to do my usual on the in window. In fact, I was just in the process of typing it in the in window. So I guess I don't have to now. Over.
Oh, very good. It gives you a chance to key up the radio and say hi. So I will mark you as your usual in and out, and we appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully your Wednesday's going well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Had a couple good meals here at the facility. Lunch and supper. And, well, breakfast was good, too. But had a big potato with cheese and sour cream, and put chili on it, too, for a supper. Wow. Anyways, yep. I'll wait for the hot check. WB4AIZ.
All right, Chuck, sounds good. Sounds like you ate well tonight, so we did here as well. So, all right, we got about 15 seconds until the announcement. Everybody please stand by, and we'll get the pre-show rolling in just a couple of seconds. W8HRF standing by for the BeaconNet pre-show.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
QST. Welcome to the BeaconNet pre-show, sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. Frequency 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We light up the nighttime airwaves every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Tulsa time. This is the pre-show. I'm here to take early check-ins and in and outs. I line them up so that Lucy can knock them down at the top of the hour. This is a controlled net, and we ask that all traffic please pass through the net control operator. Your net control operator, your pre-net control operator tonight is Whiskey 8, Hotel Romeo Foxtrot. My personal is Josh, Juliet Oscar Sierra Hotel. And as is tradition, we're going to go ahead and check in with the BeaconNet crew here before the party gets started. We'll go through our Mickey Mouse roll call. So, all that being said, K8YUK, how's it going, Lucy? And are you all set for tonight's BeaconNet? This is W8HRF.
W8HRF, K8YUK. I'm pretty much all set. I know the radio's working, and I got my trivia all set, and we should be ready to go. K8YUK to W8HRF.
All right. We'll throw this over to you at the top of the hour, Lucy. I forgot to ask you if you got your trivia question ready, but I'm sure it's ready. Just finished putting the last touches on mine. So, let's see. Brings us down to KD8 EPC. Dustin, how are you doing? And you have no responsibilities whatsoever tonight. Will you be sticking around for the big show?
W8HRF and the Beacon Net pre-show. Well, good evening to you, Josh. I'm going to try my best to stick around. I should be here, but yeah, we're just hanging around having a good evening. So this is KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Sounds good, Dustin. We'll leave you on the log and give you a call later. And if you're not there, we'll know sleep came. Anyways, we'll catch you later. Going to clear with KD8EPC. Brings us down to Just Nick. KD8SLG, how's your Wednesday going, Just Nick? And will you be sticking around for trivia?
W8HRF, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Josh and all the Beacon netizens. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Betty. She should be asleep. I'm here, man. Rack 'em up. KD8SLG, back to net control.
KD8SLG, W8HRF. Sounds good, Nick. We got you on the list, and we'll look forward to hearing you later on in the net. Going to clear with KD8SLG. Hope you're doing well, and the legs, the ankles are feeling well. Brings us down to Nick at night. KE8QKO, how are you, Nick? And are you sticking around for trivia?
KE8QKO, hello. I'm doing fine. I'm not going to stick around for trivia. I'm going to be one and done tonight here watching some TV with my better half, spending time with her. So I'm going to be out for the rest of the night, but I wanted to stop in and say hello. So with that, pass it back to you, KE8QKO.
KE8QKO, W8HRF. All right, Nick at night. Well, you have a fine evening watching television with the better half there. You tell her we say hello, and thank you for stopping by to say hi to us. Definitely important to spend time with the better half, that is for sure. So, we'll talk to you later. Brings us down to K8VZA. Eric, how are you? And will you be sticking around for trivia?
W8HRF, KE8VZA here. Yes, I'll be sticking around. I'm going to do my best to not let my eyelids succumb to the forces of gravity. And I'm hearing a lot of QRM. I must be in a QRM bubble, or maybe the repeater is. And so is it really QRM or QRN? We'll ponder that. Anyway, back to you, Josh.
Interesting. All right. Well, I boosted the power here to full power, so hopefully we can overcome any QRM. Keep me apprised in the blue screen, anyone who's listening, I guess, if it becomes more of a problem. So hopefully it's not too bad. But anyways, we got you on the list, Eric, and Lucy will talk to you here during the net in a little bit. So going to clear with K8VZA. All right. I'm going to go ahead and read off who I have on the list, and then we're going to do a couple of rounds of check-ins. Before I do that, I'd like to remind everyone that this is a linked repeater system, so please key up for a few seconds before you start talking. Hang on for a second after you finish. We do want to hear everything that you have to say. Sometimes it has a tendency to get cut off if you're a little too quick. Going to take a couple rounds of check-ins and work the list and see who's sticking around for trivia now. So, with that, we have WB4AIZ Chuck in Florida was in and out. Thank you for stopping by, Chuck. W3ETB is on the list. KE8QFT, Uncle Fred. K5CFY, Mr. Ray in his customary number 10 slot. KF8G, Brian, KA0KDW, Brad, KA8MNT, Tom, our El Presidente, Alpha Alpha 8 Charlie Sierra, Gary, and we also picked up KC8FQV, all these fine folks from the blue screen. So, stations not already checked into the beacon who would like to get on the log, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Please call now.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, WV3K. Phil and Canal Fulton. Hello, Josh. Good to hear you and Lucy. And I hear Nick recovering. That sounds great. Go ahead and put me down. I'll try to stay in there with the rest of the group. And it's good to hear your voice. You sound great. W8HRF, WV3K.
Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Lima X-Ray Jim Mobile. I'll be in and out.
All right, let me pick it up there. Okay, on that round we picked up WV3K Phil and K8BLX, Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Lima X-Ray. Jim, I believe you were mobile in Chardon, and we got you marked as in and out. Thank you for stopping by, Jim. We do appreciate it. Phil, I am so sorry. Right at the end of your transmission where you were saying if you were going to be sticking around or not, I typed a message in the blue screen. Were you sticking around?
W8HRF, net control, WV3K, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. QSL on that, yes. I will be sticking around as best as I can. I'm in the middle of doing laundry, so I will be poking around with the radio a little bit, hopeful to get in there with Lucy and the questions and all. So I'm going to try to do so. W8HRF, WV3K. Back to net control.
All right, cool. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate that. I thought that's what you said, but I wanted to confirm. Okay. We got you sticking around. All right, let's do one more round of check-ins, and then we're going to go ahead and work this list. Stations waiting to check into the Beacon Net pre-show. Please come with your call sign, phonetically followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Please call now.
Kilo Bravo 7, Oscar Lima Delta,
Tango.
Caddy V7, K5 OLD, Ted in St. Michigan.
All right, let me pick it up there. We had a bit of a collision there, and I couldn't tell if there were 2 or 3 stations in there. I am sorry. There was a station with Oscar Lima Delta. Could you come with your full call sign, please?
Kilo Bravo 7, Oscar Lima Delta, Ted in St. Ignace.
All right, excellent. I got you, Ted. Thank you for that. Kilo Bravo 7, Oscar Lima Delta. And then there was I think there was a Kilo 5 Delta station, a Kilo 5 station. Could you come back with your full call sign, please?
W8WKY repeater PL1 14.8.
Boy, the W8WKY announcer guy came in there pretty strong, but that's not who I was looking for. Okay, well, that time we picked up Kilo Bravo 7, Oscar Lima Delta. There was a couple other stations, one or two more stations in there. If I missed you, please come back with your call sign now. All right, nothing heard. We're going to go up and we're going to work this list. The W3ETB said he's sticking around, but he is going downstairs to do something, sounds like. So we're going to go ahead and skip over him. He'll be around. It's down to KE8QFT, Uncle Fred out in Medina. How are you, Uncle Fred? And will you be sticking around for trivia?
Yes, if you can hear me, I will be hanging around here. KE8QFT back to prenet.
All right, KE8QFT, W8HRF. We got you sticking around there, Uncle Fred. And Lucy, give you a call at the top of the hour. You are second on the list here to get called, so fine business. Going to clear with Uncle Fred. Brings us down to K5CFY, Mr. Ray. I haven't seen him yet tonight, but maybe he's out there. Are you out there, Mr. Ray, and will you be sticking around for trivia?
Job there as usual, and we'll give it back to you. Get on down the list. K5CFY.
K5CFY, W8HRF. Mr. Ray, we only caught the very last part of your transmission. I missed if you were going to be in and out. There was another hub keying up. Are you sticking around? I'm sorry.
K5CFY, I am definitely sticking around. Copy?
All right, roger that. I got you that time. Thank you, Mr. Ray. Yeah, like I said, there's just another key up going. But we got you as sticking around. Lucy will give you a call at the top of the hour here. Okay, going to clear with K5CFY. Brings us down to Kilo Foxtrot 8 Golf. KF8G, Brian out in Norton. How are you doing, Brian? How was your Wednesday, and will you be sticking around for trivia at the top of the hour?
Oh, overall a good day. Good day. Didn't do a heck of a lot, but that's part of being retired, I guess. And yeah, I'll be sticking around. Back to net, KF8G.
KF8G, W8HRF. All right, Brian, we got you sticking around. And, man, being retired sounds nice. Anyways, we'll go ahead and clear with you. And Lucy will give you a call in a little bit here. Brings us down to KA0KDW, Brad, out in Missouri. How are you, Brad? And will you be sticking around for trivia?
K0KDW. Good evening, Josh. Sorry, I had to pause. For whatever reason, I keep wanting to call you Jeff tonight. And you're not Jeff. At least not that I'm aware of, unless that's your alter ego. That's your name when you want to cause trouble. Jeff. Please stick it around. KA0KDW.
KA0KDW, W8HRF. All right, Brad, we got you sticking around. No Jeffs in the family that I know of. Did go to lunch with a Jeff today, but at work. But nope. But that's okay. I understand. So we'll hear from you a little later tonight. Lisa, give you a call. KA0KDW, W8HRF. That brings us down to Tom, KA8MNT. He was in and out. If you're out there listening, Tom, thank you for stopping by. We do appreciate it. I got your message in the blue screen. And also, let's see, next we have AA8CS, President Gary. How are you, Gary? What do you have? And will you be sticking around for trivia?
Good evening, Josh, and everyone on the net. Well, to answer your question, I think I'll stick around tonight. Sounds like a lot of fun, and I don't want to miss out. Anyway, so I'll stick around, and as far as what do I got nothing. No, we had a pretty good day today. Actually, I had a crappy day, if you want to know the truth. But other than that, it was good. It was good. It's good to be alive sometimes. That's all I have. Back to net, and I'll be hanging around. And good evening, Lucy.
All right, AA8CS W8HRF. All right, Gary, well, I am sorry to hear about the bad good day. I've had those before. Hey, maybe being on the radio, we can cheer you up a little bit. Lots of shenanigans. We'll see what happens. You never know what's going to happen on the Beacon Net. It's an adventure, so just buckle up and strap in for the ride. Going to clear with AA8CS. Brings us down to KC8FQV. Mark up in Aurora. How are you doing, Mark? And will you be sticking around for trivia?
All right, we're going to see how it works there. It's a low noise. I'm going through RF tonight. So, yeah, I'm going to stick around. KCWE, the 015 is up and going. So, KCWE, back to net.
KC8FQV, W8HRF. All right, Mark, we got you sticking around, and you sound good through 015. There's a little popcorn, but it's not as bad as it was. I think you checked in, I don't know if that was last Sunday. No, I think it was probably last week, or maybe during the Boredom Breaker net, but wherever you're standing right now, it's working. So we'll talk to you a little later in the net here. So going to clear with KC8FQV. Brings us down to, let's see, WV3K said he was sticking around, so I got him on the list here. He's folding laundry. K8BLX, Jim, up in Chardon, was in and out. He was mobile. Thanks for stopping by, Jim. You were probably coming through 015, so nice to get some traffic through there. And let's see, brings us down to Kilo Bravo 7, Oscar Lima Delta. Ted, out in St. Ignace. How are you doing, Ted? And will you be sticking around for trivia at the top of the hour? Over to you.
Kilo Bravo 7, Oscar Lima Delta. Yeah, my day was okay. Had a run-in with the bank. Not a good one. But other than that, it was okay. And yeah, I'll stick around for the trivia. Back to net, KB7 OLD.
KB7 OLD W8HRF. All right, Ted. Well, sorry to hear about the run-in with the bank. Hopefully it wasn't a run-in, run-out with money that was not yours. I'm kidding. Run-ins with the bank are not fun. But anyways, hopefully everything straightens itself out. But anyways, we will give you a call here up at the top of the hour here. And looks like you're in Michigan. It's a fine business. I'll be up there in a couple weeks. So we're going to clear with KB7 OLD, who is sticking around. Brings us down to November 7, Foxtrot Golf Papa. I think we're getting into some of the list I picked up off the blue screen here a few minutes ago. N7FGP, Fred down in Texas. How's it going, Fred? And will you be sticking around for trivia?
Good evening, Josh, and everyone on the net. Even though my name is Fred, I go by Scott. That's my middle name, but I go by Scott. And, I'll be sticking around for trivia. Trivia is a fun thing for me. So, I'll be listening in 7FGP.
All right, N7FGP W8HRF. All right, Scott, got your name updated there in my list. I'm hoping it takes. Doesn't always save. I think I have that sorted out. We got you marked as sticking around. We appreciate it, and Lucy will give you a call at the top of the hour here. So, a little after, but going to clear with N7FGP. Brings us down to KI5TAQ Tim Taco Tim out in Tulsa. How are you doing, Tim? And you sticking around for trivia? Sounds like you may even have your own trivia. Over to you.
Well, good afternoon, Josh. This is KI5TAQ here. And to everybody else here on the Beacon Net. Well, I don't know if you're reading the blue screen, Josh, but I had a good question I think I just posted, and you could use it if you want. And, of course, I will also say no Googling the answers because that's cheating. And I'll just let you go from there. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, Tim. Sounds good. I see your trivia in the blue screen here. Hey, sounds like we might have 3 trivia questions floating around tonight. So, hey, if you'll be around till the end of the net, we can have you read it off, or we'll read it off. I don't mind either way. But fine business. Got you sticking around. Going to clear with KI5TAQ. Brings us down. Let's see. We got 2 more on the list, and I got 6 minutes to go. So, hey, we're making good time here. KJ5JVV, I see that you're going to be sticking around for trivia. I'll throw it over to you, though, if you want to say a couple of words here, see if you're hitting the repeater okay. KJ5JVV, over to you.
Hello there. Yeah, I'm on Echolink tonight, so I'm pretty sure that I'm coming in there good. I just want to say hello to everybody, and hello there, Ray. Anyway, back to you, KJ5JVV.
All right, KJ5JVV W8HRF. All right, Mark, we got you sticking around here, and you're sounding good on Echolink. And Mr. Ray says ID in the blue screen. Fine business. I'm going to clear with KJ5JVV. Brings us down to Andy, AB8MO. How's it going, Andy? And are you sticking around for trivia? Over to you.
Well, let me make sure I'm transmitting. Yep, okay. This computer monitor isn't going to work because it blocks the radio, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't transmitting on UHF like I've done before. Let's see, am I sticking around? I don't know. If possible, I'd really like to answer the trivia questions. I would need to be short time because I need to get up at about 6:30 tomorrow morning. I got to take my mom to a surgery appointment in North Ridgeville tomorrow. So, not looking forward to having to get up early and drive through city traffic. So, depending on your answer, will either be I'll stick around short time, or I guess I'll be in and out. You tell me, Josh. W8HRF. Boy, if you finish on time, we might have to give you a raise. This is AB8MO, and I'm not mobile, by the way.
W8WKY.
Yeah, we're like in a weird spot. We got like 4 minutes, maybe like 3.5, 3 minutes. We got like 3 minutes. So it's like, do I take more check-ins or do I just hand it over to Lucy? But I'll put you down here as mobile, so short time, and we'll try to get back to you here real soon. 6 a.m. is, if 7 a.m. is at the ungodly hour, 6 a.m. is definitely an ungodly hour. So let's see. Let me let this drop for a second. All right, well, we got about 2.5 minutes, and Lucy's not quite ready yet. She just stepped out of the room and will be back in a moment. Let's go ahead and take a couple of more check-ins real quick here before we get going with the net. If you'd like to get onto the pre-show list, what little of there is left before the big show, please come with your call sign phonetically alphabetically along with your name and location. We'll get you added to the BeaconNet list. Please call now. Kilo, India 5, Delta Alpha, KI5, DAY, Alan, Delta, Maryland. All right, I'm going to hold it up right there.
Okay, Russell and Claremore checking in and out.
All right, let me hold it up right there. Okay, we picked up KI5DAY. I want to get back to him real quick here because he is normally pretty short time because he's at work. And thought I saw somebody else keying up over me on the dashboard here. But there was another station, JLK, in there right after KI5DAY. Could that station, JLK, who is in and out, come back with your full call sign, please?
Kilo, Juliet 5, Kilo, Lima, Kilo, KJ5, KLK, Russell, Claremore.
There we go. Goodness gracious, I could not type for some reason. KJ5, KLK, Russell in Claremore. And you are in and out, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. We got you in and out there, Russell. Alan, we got you on the list. I'm going to throw it over to Lucy, and we're going to get you over here first, since you're probably short time. Does that sound all right with you? KI5DAY, W8HRF. I could tell it was you there, Alan, but that was a lot more scratchy than the first time. So I'll let you change location or something. I think you're on a handheld, it sounded like. So, but we'll try to get back to you here real quick. So, all right. Thank you all for checking in with me here on the pre-show. I'm going to throw it over to Lucy because it is 10 o'clock and I am 1 minute over time. That is too bad, but we'll just have to take another zero off. Take another zero off the end of my paycheck. So, anyways. KE8YUK. Take it away, Lucy, and light up the nighttime airwaves. This is W8HRF.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the BeaconNet. I'm Lucy, call sign KE8YUK, Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo, and I'll be your net controller this evening. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater, 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. You can also find us with the Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside, and various other repeaters. So please key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. You'll hear a beep, but wait just a second or two after the beep. It would be very helpful so we get your full transmission. Before we start, well, I guess we're already going to run the list. It's a little complicated tonight, but is there any emergency or priority traffic? If so, please call now. All right, nothing heard, which is always a good sign. We've got a really good list of stations from our pre-show, but if you missed the pre-show and would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, as well as your name and location. If you're interested in getting on the list, please call now.
Here is Whiskey, X-Ray, 5, Foxtrot, Tango, Sierra, Brian, Tulsa, Oklahoma, short time.
This is Kilo, Echo 5, Teddy, Copper's Cove, KE5UET.
KE9, CQD. Kilo Echo 9, Charlie, Quebec, Delta. Tim in Valparaiso, Indiana.
Whiskey, November 8th, Sierra, Charlie, India, Mobile, Northeast Ohio.
All right, holy moly, what a good list. We've got, reading over Josh's shoulder, WX5FTS, Brian, KE5UET, Teddy, KE9CQD, Tim, and WN8SCI, Walter. Boy, we've got a lot of mobile stations. We'll get to you guys in just a second. First, we are going to read off trivia. Lucky for you guys, I'm main trivia. So let me unlock my phone and read off main trivia. In the movie Casablanca, when character Rick Blaine says to Ilsa Lund, "We'll always have Paris," in what DXCC entity is he standing? A, London, B, Dubai, C, Panama, or D, Morocco. So again, main trivia. In the movie Casablanca, when the character Rick Blaine says to Ilsa Lund, "We'll always have Paris," in what DXCC entity is he standing? A, London, B, Dubai, C, Panama, or D, Morocco. So that's main trivia. I'm going to pass it over to W8HRF for your alternate trivia, and I'll have him post both of them in the blue screen if we get the chance to, because my computer's over on my desk. All right. Over to W8HRF for alternate trivia.
All right, K8YUK, W8HRF. Tonight's alternate trivia question. What ecosystem is the only one in the world where alligators and crocodiles coexist side by side? Your options are Alpha, the Florida Everglades, Bravo, the Louisiana Bayou, Charlie, Northern Australia, or Delta, Cornwaldo Bay. I'm going to let this drop and reread it real quick. All right, tonight's alternate trivia again. What ecosystem is the only one in the world where alligators and crocodiles coexist side by side? Your options are Alpha, the Florida Everglades, Bravo, the Louisiana Bayou, Charlie, Northern Australia, or Delta, Cornwaldo Bay. W8HRF back to KE8YUK.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, W8HRF, KE8YUK here. We also had someone post their own trivia. Taco Tim posted his own trivia in the blue screen. If you're interested, you can go to NetLogger, pull up the Almost Instant Messenger window, and you can see it and find it yourself. or you can also go off of what I'm reading to you. What year was Alinco founded? Alinco? Ah, okay. Is it, oh boy, that's very far away. A is 1956, B is 1969, C is 1970, and D is 1980. So that's your alt trivia special edition tonight, brought to you by Taco Tim. And you'll be able to find all of the trivias in the blue screen. All right, this is Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo, main net control of the Beacon Net, and we have a lot of mobiles to get to. So we're going to start at the top of our mobile list, which would be Andy, AB8MO. Go ahead.
K8YUK in the Beacon Net. This is AB8MO. Yeah, I just needed to be short time, but thank you. Let's see here. I guess I'll just answer the trivia. I got to get up at about 6:30 tomorrow morning, so I got to get to bed. I think it's a totally bait answer, but I'm going to say Morocco on the main trivia question. And for Josh's, Florida Everglades comes to mind, although I don't see how that. I don't know. I kind of tossed between the Louisiana Bayou, although it may be too cold there. I don't know. But I'll stick with the Florida Everglades. So, got a busy day tomorrow. It's good to hear you, Lucy. I wanted to get in there, say hi to you. And I've been trying to see if your husband's soldering skills have become masterful, but he's not spilling any secrets. So it looks like he's having a lot of fun, or going to have a lot of fun building that radio. So everybody have a great night. 7-3 to all for the land of snow and maple syrup, where the weather has been fabulous for getting all that sweet syrup. They're going to have a good year this year. Good night, all. This is AB8MO.
AB8MO, W8. Wow. That's not my call sign at all. K8YUK. Thanks for checking in, Andy. I can't speak to his soldering skills. I have very little basis to compare that by. But yeah, the maple syrup was delicious. Thanks again for the pancakes on Saturday. Twice now, I have put Betty to bed, and she looks at me hopefully and says, pancakes? So she's optimistic. So maybe I'll make her pancakes tomorrow. All right. We've got you down for Delta and Alpha, and we're going to clear with Andy. Wish you safe travels tomorrow with your mom. And we're going to try to pick up Alan, KI5DAY. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
KI5DAY in the net. Hey, Miss Lucy, first let me know if you can hear me on this radio. If you cannot hear me, I will switch to Echolink.
You're staticky, but we can receive a copy, and you sound great. Go for it.
Okay, I found a sweet spot out here. There's no maple syrup here, hi, Andy, but I'm out here in the north end of a hangar trying to get a signal here on this handheld, so thought I would try it. But yeah, I like the trivia tonight. I don't get to make this net too often on Wednesdays, but I appreciate you guys upholding the Cornwaldo bean tradition. So we're going to go double D's, as Kev would say in California. That's my answers. Cornwaldo Bay, I love it. Hi. KI5DAY, let you have it back, and hope everybody's doing well. 73.
All right, Alan, we've copied you for double D's. Sorry about the lack of maple syrup. In the blue screen, Dustin says Cornwaldo Bay is just off the Gulf of Cleveland. And Metalbark actually helped Josh out with the trivia and suggested Cornwaldo Bay himself. So it was a group effort, and it's wonderful to have such a hilarious tradition continue. Right, we're going to clear with Alan. We've got an in and out, and who's next? WX5FTS. Brian, how are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Good evening. This is WX5FTS. I actually just made physical contact with KI5DAY before logging in here, as I said on the blue screen.
but as W8HRF just replied in the chat, I don't like how that sounds. Well, yeah, well, nor did I like seeing that dude. No, I'm kidding. He's great to chat with. You got to catch up with him. For the trivia questions, I am going to say that it is going to be D for Morocco for the main, and oh boy, for the alternate trivia, I am actually going to take a swing here and go for C, Northern Australia. I know people have been saying Cornwallis Bay, but I think maybe Northern Australia might be there. Other than that, I have nothing else. I'll go back to monitoring the net, and I'll turn it back to net control. This is WX5 SDS.
All right, Brian, we've got you down for Delta and Charlie, and glad both of you survived the physical contact. You're both coming in well. And, darn, now you made me forget what I was going to say. Have a good night, Brian. We've got one more mobile, I believe. WN8SCI. Walter, are you out there? What are your trivia answers?
All right, so for the trivia, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Florida answer. And then for the Casablanca video or movie, which I haven't seen, but in order to get some information for this answer, I'm actually going to reference a PlayStation 2 game, Medal of Honor Underground, which I vaguely remember thinking I remember hearing or seeing Casablanca, which I remember that mission was in North Africa. So I'm going to go with Morocco for that answer. Other than that, there is one thing I was going to say, but I'm about to go into a bad reception spot, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it with that satisfactory answer for now. And I'll go ahead and wish everybody a great night. Hopefully everybody's day went all right. And I'll go ahead and pass it back to Net Control. This is WN8SCI.
All right, we've got you down for Delta and Alpha there, Walter. Safe travels to you. Thanks for checking in. Glad we caught you before you hit the bad reception. Yeah, we had a lot of mobiles tonight. And I do think this is our first time, or at least my first time, of hearing someone take a stab at an answer because of a video game. Usually it's because of some kind of documentary or PBS show or something, some kind of article that they've read. But it reminds me of, I think there was a school tour that got lost in Italy, and one quiet kid was able to lead them all back to civilization because he had memorized the map to Assassin's Creed. And it was so accurate, he got them back to where they needed to be. So, cool stories. We are in and out with Chuck, WB4AIZ, so we're going to talk with Eddie, that's not an E, W3ETB. How are you doing tonight, Eddie? What are your trivia answers?
Yeah, hi, Lucy. Hi, Josh. Hi, Betty in the background there somewhere. Probably napping by now, I would think. And here in Annapolis, Maryland, they said on TV tonight we were supposed to get down to between 22 and 33. I find that a little hard to believe, but I'm hoping it doesn't get down that cold, 22 to 33 degrees. That sounds pretty cold to me. I'm not going to tie things up because I know you got quite a list. So we'll go ahead and get right into the trivia questions and say that for the main one, I lived in Florida, so I know they have alligators in Florida. And they have Crocodile Dundee in Australia. And I'm not really sure how those crocodiles would get all the way from Africa over to the Everglades. They might, but it's possible. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the middle answer and go with I think it's B for the Louisiana or the whatever that one was. I think it's B. And for Tim's, I have no idea what that is, Tim. But anyway, I'm going to go with D for that one. So we almost got all four of them covered. That's what we need another question so I can throw in A. But we got C for the main, B for the alternate, and D for the alt. Back to you, Lucy, 73, and have a great night.
All right, Eddie. First one to answer all three trivia questions. You've got main, alt, and alt-alt. Tim has posted his alt-alt in the blue screen. We've got you down for Charlie, Bravo, and Delta, and very excited about that. And I'm sure Betty in the background would say hi if she could. She is out cold, had a good day playing with her buddy today. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for us. We'll clear with Eddie. Wish you a good night and warmer days. And we're going to pick up Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. How are you doing tonight?
Well, thank you, Lucy. Hello, everybody out there. I'm doing okay, I guess. I'm going to answer the trivia. The additional question about the Linko, I'm going to say C, 1970. And the main and alternate, I'm going to go with Alpha on both of those. So, tomorrow our Guardians start. And last year, I said they were going to be good. And they were. They were good. I mean, if they can do the same thing they did last year, yeah, look out. Other than that, the Cavaliers could bring us the title, and we'll see what happens there. But that's about all I have for now. And hello to everybody out there once again, and everyone have a good evening. K8QFD, back to net control.
All right, Uncle Fred, we've got you down for Alpha, and Charlie. And I don't pay much attention to sports, but it sounds positive so far. Hopefully Cleveland can redeem some of her reputation. I feel like there was something else I was going to respond to, and I completely blanked. I'm balancing on my the exercise ball, and the problem is I can't quite fit in the space I'm in, so I'm trying to move around and figure that out at the same time. It's my own fault. Anyway, we're going to clear with Uncle Fred. We're going to pick up K5CFY. How are you doing, Ray?
K8YUK in the net. This is K5CFY. Good evening there, Miss Lucy. Great job. Wave a hand there at the guy on the keyboards, also doing a great job. And on the prenet, I'm going to go with Delta, Charlie, and Charlie. Delta, Charlie, Charlie. So thanks for doing the net there, Lucy. Always doing a great job. Wave a hand there at Miss Betty. And y'all have a great net there. 73, y'all. K5CFY.
All right, we've got you down, Ray, for Delta Charlie Charlie. Glad to have you here. Betty waves a hand, I'm sure. We'll have to check in on a boredom breaker at some point soon. We usually only do on Josh's Saturdays because I am now using her nap time to do everything I can that she wouldn't let me do. Like, I don't know, put away dishes or any of the toys she's playing with. She tries to help, and anyone who has any experience with toddlers knows how that help works. But she's well-meaning. All right, we're going to clear with Ray. Wish you a good night. We're going to pick up Brian, KF8G. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
I put them up on the blue screen. Delta and Charlie were the first two. There was another one?
Yes, there is an alt tonight. Taco Tim posted one in the blue screen. What year was Alinco founded? Was it A, 1956, B, 1969, C, 1970, or D, 1980? It's an optional alt if you want to answer it. Back to you.
Oh, I guess I'll go with C with that. Not much going on. Going to the Piston Power show on Friday. Oh, I wish I still had my old race car because I'd be the odd guy out and show up with a rotary. Oh, maybe someday I'll find a nice RX-3 or something. I'll take it up to the show for that. But other than that, not a heck of a lot going on in our plans for our trip to Alabama. So we got that working on. Started our first part of our trip. We're meeting a friend in Cincinnati and then going to the Corvette Museum. Yes, Dick, I'm taking the chick magnet all the way to Alabama. Doesn't look like a road trip in a 19-year-old car, right? But anyway, that's all I've got for the net tonight. Good evening, everyone, and 7-3s, KF8G.
All right, we've got you down for Delta Charlie. Definitely safe travels. My dad just bought, let me think, a 1986 Volkswagen Jetta. It is orange. It is small. And my 14-year-old brother is absolutely crazy over it, except he says it looks like a turtle, which is not his favorite thing. But he is very excited to help my dad restore it and fix it up. It is running. I don't know all the problems with it, but yes, there are bumper stickers for Nixon, and I don't even know his running mate.
Nixon and somebody at Georgia Mississippi.
Yeah. Sorry, it's Nixon and Bush bumper stickers, and my grandma said you could probably sell the bumper for more money than the car cost. Anyway, safe travels. We're going to clear with Brian. We're going to pick up Brad, KA0KDW. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Good evening, Lucy, and everyone else on the net. I also put mine in the blue screen, and that is primary. I have no clue. So we'll go with E, the great state of Missouri. Second one, we're going to go with Florida. And for the third, I also have no clue, so why not say the Gulf of Mexico? Gulf of Mexico. Anyhow, I'm old, that's what it's called. But those are my answers. Otherwise, it's been a nice day today. We were up in the 60s to near 70. Be around 80 the next couple of days. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little muggy. The Uggy Muggies. And then maybe a chance of severe weather come Sunday. So we'll see what all that entails. Otherwise, not a whole lot else, and we'll catch everyone next week. KA0KDW. Have a good evening, Lucy and Josh, and both of y'all have a great weekend.
All right, Brad, we've got you down for the great state of Missouri, Alpha, Gulf of Mexico / America / big body of water that has boats on it. Occasionally brings us terrible hurricanes. Anyway, glad to have you. We will clear with Brad. KMNT was in and out. Just a side note, it's really nice to see just Nick and Alan in the blue screen again. Nature is healing. And we're going to pick up El Presidente AA8CS Gary, otherwise known as Nice Gary, by Betty. Over to you.
W8WKY.
Good evening, Lucy and the Beacon Net. Pleased to be here. Let me do the trivia real fast here. I'm going to go with, let's see, the Casablanca, Morocco. That would be DCC. Yeah, DCC, I got it. All right, that being said, I started off with the pre-net with Josh. It was good to hear him today, too. But started with him, and I started to say, yeah, it was a great day, but it really wasn't such a great day. But for me to say that I had a bad day is really something, because I have something going on for every day. I mean, after all, Monday is magnificent, Tuesday is tenacious, Wednesday is wonderful, Thursday is terrific, and Friday is fabulous, and Saturday, of course, is scintillating, and Sunday is solemn. And for me to have a bad day, it's kind of weird, but I had a bad day. Primarily because I sent an email out to the club earlier. A good friend of Sarah, Neil, everybody knows Neil, WD8LLA. He's got that voice, and that's only Neil. He lost his son last Saturday. So if you hear Neil on the air, wish him well. And I just told him, just take care of yourself. I can't even imagine losing a son or a daughter. Anyway, so made for not such a great day. But anyway, I'm going to see everybody on the Barometer Net tomorrow, because it is going to be a thoroughly terrific Thursday. Back to net. This is AA8CF.
Roger that, Gary. We've got you down for DCC. And I just saw your email when I was setting up my trivia at the beginning of the net. I don't think I know, but the loss of any child is very, very hard to take. Death definitely comes in threes. George Foreman died a couple weeks ago, and we lost my family rather lost the pastor that I grew up with on Sunday. So it's hard. And my thoughts and prayers definitely go out to his family and for his soul. And it's sad. But I'm too pregnant, and I get too emotional too fast, so I need to move on. We wish you a better Wednesday. May tomorrow, wonderful Wednesday, yeah. And an even better, what's tomorrow's Thursday, but which, is it terrific? Okay, terrific Thursday. See, I'm not on the Barometer Net enough to know. We wish you a terrific Thursday, and we'll catch you then. We'll clear with Gary, and we'll pick up KC8FQV. Mark, how are you doing, and what are your trivia answers?
All right, KC8FQV. I'm going to say AAC. I believe C was 1974 link ball. I think that was C. And, I did all my nets. The only thing I messed up on was my Mosley B. But I did the food net. I stopped out in California with them. Two of them. There's the Louis net, and then there's a group of people get together and Zoom to Q, a barbecue Zoom to Q. And other than that, not much else there happening. Pretty nice day out. And it gets later in the day, the sun came up. I wonder if the sun's messed up because it didn't come up on the east. But it might have. So we'll send it back to net. Lucy, KC8FQV. You have so much racket going on in there, you don't know if Lucy's really sleeping. So back it comes, KC8FQV.
All right, Mark, we've got you down for Alpha and Charlie. And glad you made all your nets. Betty so far is sleeping pretty soundly, which is good. Oh, I was going to re-identify. That's what it was. Pregnancy brain. It's real. It's bad. This is Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo. Lucy as net control for the Beacon Net. We meet every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time with a pre-show at 9:30 Eastern Time. And it's a lot of fun. Come hang out. We will clear with Mark, and we'll pick up Phil, WV3K. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? Oh, and don't forget, we have 3 of them.
Hello, Lucy. This is Phil, WV3K. I just caught my name as I was moving from one room to the other from the washroom. I don't know what the questions were because I didn't hear the questions. So if you could please have them read back for me, and that we have three of them, that give me a chance at least to fumble among the three sets of answers that I can give you to have fun with. So sorry about that. YUK, this is WV3K back at you.
Not a problem, Phil. You're talking to the right, what's the term, power couple? Because not only are we logging and net control, we're also trivias. So main trivia is, in the movie Casablanca, when character Rick Blaine says to Ilsa Lund, "We'll always have Paris," in what DXCC entity is he standing? A, London, B, Dubai, C, Panama, or D, Morocco? That is main trivia. I'll pass it over to W8HRF for alternate trivia number 1.
W8HRF with your alternate trivia. Let's see. What ecosystem is the only one in the world where alligators and crocodiles coexist side by side? Your options are Alpha, the Florida Everglades; Bravo, the Louisiana Bayou; Charlie, Northern Australia; or Delta, Cornwallo Bay, not to be confused with Thunder Bay. Again, your alternate trivia question is, what ecosystem is the only one in the world where alligators and crocodiles coexist side by side? Your options are Alpha, the Florida Everglades; Bravo, the Louisiana Bayou; Charlie, Northern Australia; or Delta, Cornwallo Bay. W8HRF, back to KE8YUK.
All right, and then our alternate trivia was brought to us by Taco Tim, who posted it in the blue screen, and that is, what year was Alinco founded? A, 1956, 1969, 1970, or 1980? So those are all three trivia options for tonight, and I'll pass it back to you, Phil, KE8YUK to WV3K.
Wow. WV3K here. That's some interesting questions, and I would have to do a lot of thinking to be able to try to figure out closely, even come near to what I would hope to be the correct answer. And it doesn't really matter at this point, but having fun with it is more important. I would say that Morocco. And I'm kind of mixed up between that and Dubai, but I'm going to say Morocco. And let's see, on Josh's question, I would say probably, goodness gracious, I'm losing sight of the question already. I really don't know. I'll say Bravo. And for Charlie, or for the third question, I'm going to say Charlie for that. So thank you, Lucy, and please forgive me for not sticking around long enough to really give more thought to the questions. But I'm a little washed out today, and given the thought of, no pun intended, that's what I'm working on here at the house. Is a lot of clothes to clean and linen to wash and fold and redo the beds and clean the floors. So I got a little work ahead of me. Anyway, thank you very much for that. And I just want to share a note to Gary. I did pick up on his message to the group, and my heart was taken to see him only have to share another note. And by all means, Neil will certainly have my thoughts, love, and prayers with him and his family for this very sad situation. I know what it's like to lose a son, but that was from cancer, and that was a lot of years ago. So anyway, my heart's with Neil, and thank you, and I know that had to be hard to share with everyone, Gary. thank you for doing so. I did read the note before the net. So with that, back over to YUK. And thank you very much, Lucy. And if I have your call sign wrong, please correct me. WB3K, and I will be clear. God bless to all.
WV3, oh, nope, I'm doing it again. WV3K, KE8YUK. I think you had my call sign right. We've got you down for Delta, Bravo, and Charlie. You are all good for not totally being totally locked into the net. There are things around the house that need done. Trust me, I understand that entirely. I avoid them all the time. And as far as the loss of a son, I'm so sorry for your loss as well. I don't even want to think about it, and I'm very grateful for all of my siblings, two of whom technically shouldn't exist, but I'm very grateful that they do, and very grateful that my mom's around as well, too. So, medical problems, yes. But yeah, in situations like this, I think one of the best healing things besides prayer is just gratitude for what you do have, and we're really glad that you checked in, Phil. Really glad to know you. I'm really glad you're around. We're going to clear with Phil. Jim, KE8BLX, was in and out, and we're going to pick up Ted, KB7OLD. Nice call sign. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Oh, thank you very much. I'm definitely going to go with Morocco for the first one. For the alternative, I think it's the Louisiana Bayou. If memory calls, if I remember right, alligators are only in North America, so I'm going to go with that. Third one, not a clue. Back to you.
All right, Ted, we've got you for Delta, Bravo, and Josh put you down for the Alt as the great state of Michigan, which is a good filler answer. Glad you stopped in to say hi. We're going to clear with 10, pick up Scott, N7FGP. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Good evening, Lucy. Thank you and Josh for doing the net tonight. I think my answers will be Delta, but Charlie tonight. Thanks for doing the net, N7FGP.
Scott, you cut out perfectly on your middle answer. We've got you for Delta and then something and then Charlie. Could you come back and let us know what that was?
Sorry, Lucy. Yeah, it would be Delta Alpha Charlie, DAC. Thanks for doing the net.
Roger that, Scott. We've got you down for Delta Alpha Charlie. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. We appreciate it. And thanks for the compliment. Usually it is Dustin and Just Nick running the beacon net, which I know. I was trying to very subtly tie in an identification, but I couldn't. So I'm going to finish my sentence and then re-identify. Dustin and Just Nick usually run the big show and the pre-show on Wednesdays, and we have Eric and Nick at Night run it on Sundays. But between Just Nick's recuperation and Dustin needing a break, the Josh and Lucy show happens usually once a month roundabout. So thanks for the support. This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo with the Beacon Net, which meets, as mentioned, every Wednesday and Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. 9:30 is the pre-show. It's a lot of fun. All right. We're going to clear with Scott, and we're going to pick up with Tim, the originator of our Alt trivia tonight. KI5TIQ, how are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers? No spoilers.
W8WKY repeater.
Well, good afternoon, Miss Lucy. This is KI5TAQ. trivia, I'll go with Delta. Net trivia will be Alpha. And, well, I'm just sitting here resting and relaxing for a little bit. And we'll just see where we go from there. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, Taco Tim, we've got you down for Delta and Alpha, and Josh put you down for Oklahoma for your third option. We will clear. Sorry about all the deep breaths, everybody. The pregnancy is getting to that point where oxygen is sparing. We're going to clear with him. We're going to pick up Mark KJ5JVV. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Well, good evening there, Lucy. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to you on your pregnancy, and I hope everything's going well with you. I'm having a good evening, and everything's fine here. On my trivia questions, I think I'm going to go with Morocco, Florida, and I don't have a clue on the other. I'll go with 1980 on it. It was a pleasure to talking with you. I think this is the first time I've ever talked with you, Lucy, and it's been a pleasure, and thank you for having me. Back to you, Lucy, KJ5JVV.
KJ5, KGV. Nope, that wasn't it. KJ5, JVV. Aha, I should look at the screen. This is KEAYUK. I don't believe I have made your acquaintance before, but it's nice to meet you. And we've got you down for DAD, otherwise known as Dad. Always a good answer. And thank you for checking in. Got our slew of in and outs, or not in and outs, mobiles that we already hit: AB8MO, KI5DAY, KJ5KLK, and WX5FT. So, FT. Yep, you're right. Who let me do this job anyway? And we're going to pick up Teddy, KU5UET. How are you doing tonight? And what are your trivia answers? For KE5UET, Teddy, are you out there? All right, nothing heard. I guess we'll try to circle back. Next on our list is KE9CQD. Tim, welcome to the blue screen, by the way. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Well, thanks so much. Appreciate you taking my check-in. For the last Delta, Morocco, and then for the alternate, I'll do A, Alpha, and for the alternate tonight, I'm going to do C, Charlie. So those will be my answers. But having a good night here, just winding down. It's almost 10 in Indiana. So just calming down my night, listening to the net, and enjoying some Alice's Attic on the radio, Alice Cooper's radio show. That's about it. All right, turn it back over to Net Control, KE9CQD.
All right. We got everything when you were giving your trivia answers, but before that, you were really choppy, really cutting in and out. I have no idea what you said. We do have you down. It did clean up. We've got you down for Delta, Alpha, and Charlie, so all that's set up. But if you'd like to come back to reiterate the first half of what you said, you are welcome to do it. Also, didn't know Alice Cooper had a radio show. Fascinating. Back to you if you want to try it again, that first bit.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry about that. Having a problem. I tried to get in on Echolink, and I think my connection wasn't great. No, I was just saying, yeah, thank you for the welcome, and thank you for the welcome on the blue screen. I finally had figured that out tonight. Hadn't figured it out in the past when you guys said you were on the blue screen. But just got my tech on the 21st of February, so been spending the last month kind of getting into the hobby, which has been wonderful. And definitely always try and catch the Beacon Net on Sundays and Wednesdays. But appreciate what you're doing. I'll turn it back over to Net Control, KE9CQD.
All right, we got you free and clear that time. Thanks for coming back. Congratulations. I didn't know that you got your text so recently. Well, I say so recently. I'm not that experienced myself, but I'm really glad that you're getting into different nets, especially ours. It's great to have you. I already said we got your trivia, so that's good. Yeah, great call sign. Walter was mobile. Oh, we're going to clear with Tim. See, they'll take anybody to be a net controller. Not extremely, but they let me in. So, all right. For real, we're going to clear with Tim. Walter was in and out. Now we've got Jeffrey, AA8DL. How are you doing today, and what are your trivia answers? All right, AA8DL was picked up from the blue screen. We're not sure if he's actually out there. I'll try one more time. Alpha Alpha 8 Delta Lima, are you out there? All right, nothing heard. We got another circle back. I like how Eric put it. Circle back advisory in effect. And Uncle Fred, Josh couldn't type it because we're doing too much at the same time. But learning a new language but not knowing what language is, that was really funny. All right, we are at the bottom of our list. We've got another circle back, but I'll hit you guys once I get a little bit more, a few more check-ins. I'm having a hard time. If you would like to check into tonight's Beacon Net with Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo Lucy, please call now with your call sign phonetically, alphabetically, and your name and your location.
KF8, AXO, Kilo, Foxtrot 8, Alpha, X-Ray, Oscar, in and out.
All right, we picked up KF8 AXO. It looks like you're in and out, right, Josh? Correct? All right. Is there anyone else who would like to be added to our list?
W2JLS, John and Fairlawn. Just count me in and out tonight. I wish everybody a good evening on their ears. Fun trivia tonight, fun show. Best all.
All right, we picked up W2. John, thanks for checking in and out. Good to have you on the list. Wow, it might be a short net tonight. I don't know what's going on the blue screen, but that's normal. We're going to see if we can find KE5UET Teddy. Are you out there? All right, nothing heard from Teddy. And Alpha Alpha 8 Delta Lima. Jeffrey, are you out there? All right, nothing heard. For those wondering about the random key up, that was me resting the microphone against my chin. I'm very smart. All right, we're going to try one more call for check-ins before we go up to talk to the net control team. If anyone would like to check in to tonight's Beacon Net, which meets on Wednesday and Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, my call sign is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo. The baby is kicking. He says, hi. My name is Lucy, and if you would like to get on the list, please call now.
Alpha India 5 Quebec, AI 5Q, Jarris in Tulsa.
Hello?
Kilo Charlie 5 Romeo Bravo Golf, KC 5 RBG, Shannon in Tulsa.
Idiot.
All right, we picked up AI5Q and KC5RBG, some great check-ins. Couldn't tell if there was trying to check in, so if there was, please call now. All right, nothing heard, so we're going to go up to AI5Q. Jarris, Josh just reminded me, we actually recorded the first time we found the Boredom Breaker net when we were on our way to Florida, way back when, and we have a recording of you with third-party traffic because I think it was your son, was so adorable, and now it's crazy that I actually know who you guys are. Over to you, Jarris. Take it away.
Well, thanks, Miss Lucy, and it was probably third-party Jane because she's actually excited to be on the radio. Varric, I'm not sure. He might have been on once. I don't remember if he was when you guys were on or not. But anyway, let's see. We went to church tonight for our Lenten companion study. We're doing a devotional book called Walking to Jerusalem with Mary, and it's about the journey that Jesus took to Jerusalem and all of his teachings along the way, and the fact that Mary was there by his side and watching and observing all the people interact with him and showing her love and support for her son and her God. So it's actually quite a fascinating little devotional Lenten companion, and been enjoying it. We haven't been as diligent this past week as we were the first couple. The first couple we were on top of it, man, every single day, spending the 20 minutes with the kids, and this last week it's kind of just been me and Nina trying to knock it out and get things done because we got so much going on. But anyway, I got here late just a minute or two ago and did not hear any of the trivia questions or anything like that, and that's okay. It won't stop me from answering C, A, and D. There we go. CAD, computer-aided design. That'll be my answers for the trivia. We'll see how well I did going in blind. It'd be like one of those tests in college that you totally forgot to study for. You show up, fall asleep during class, and then they have a quiz at the end of class over what they taught in class, and you still get 100 on it and blow everybody else's grade out the water. Yeah, I did that a time or two. It kind of made people mad, so. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll send it back to you. It's great hearing you on the radio, and yeah, it is kind of crazy that we know who you are, and we've met your brother and had him over to the house, and Denny was a great pleasure to host. So back to you, Lucy, from AI5Q.
AI5Q, KE8YUK. Yeah, Denny is a great pleasure in general. He's a lot of fun, and really, really grateful for that. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I write a newsletter for local moms. I send digital copies to people further away if they're interested. But the point is, this month's newsletter included a Lent bingo, and one of the squares on Lent bingo said, "Mean to go to a Lenten retreat or reflection, don't make it." So I think that's very relatable, but didn't make it. Yeah. So very relatable to that. Our sister parish is having a Lenten reflection, and I said, "That's nice for you guys. I will see you at Easter." But yes, well wishes to you guys during this season, and we've got you down for Charlie, Alpha, and Delta, and it's good to hear you. It's been a long time. We'll clear with AI5Q, and we'll pick up KC5RBG, Real Big Guns. How are you doing tonight, Shannon? What are your trivia answers, even though I think I can guess them?
Hello there, Lucy, KC5, Real Big Guns, and, well, we'll start with trivia answers. I'm going to change it up a little bit tonight. The main trivia answer is going to be the great state of Oklahoma. The second alternate question, the answer is going to be the great state of Oklahoma. But on the first alternate, which I think is the alligators and crocodiles, what was the Florida answer? How was it worded?
First off, I have to tell you, Josh's reaction to two great states of Oklahoma was fantastic. As far as the alternate trivia goes, which is the alligator crocodile one, it's just the Florida Everglades. Florida Everglades, Louisiana bayous, Northern Australia, and Cornwaldo Bay, if that helps. Back to you.
Okay, well, I hadn't guessed in a while, so I'm going to go with the Florida Everglades, and we're going to go with that. But, yeah, today's been an interesting day. Had a few doctor's appointments, and first one did a couple of procedures, and the second one lined me up with a lot of consults that I've been needing. So, got a lot done today, and I'm thankful for that. And you were talking about having third-party traffic. Are you sure it was Jairus? Because, you know, I used to have Kenyon on all the time on the net, and still do when he wants to talk. He doesn't always want to talk anymore, but it might have been him. Anyway, might have not been too. Hope you all have a good night, and I'll let you get on down the list there. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, and 73. And that first alternate answer again was the Florida Everglades. Back to net control.
Josh says he's shook. No one was ready for that. What? Oh, man. Earth-shattering, heart-shattering, brain-shattering. Oh, my goodness. We've got great state of Oklahoma, Alpha, and great state of Oklahoma. Josh was positive you were going to just bring it back to Oklahoma anyway, even after the runaround. So that was amazing. I don't think Hollywood has come out with a better plot recently. And it could have been Kenyon. Josh, when he rewatched the video more recently than I did, and he thought he heard Jairus' call sign tagged onto the third-party traffic, but we also heard me say Kenny. So I don't know what's going on. We'll double-check, and we'll figure it out. Either way, really glad that we are acquainted with both of you guys and all of our Oklahoma friends. It's been wonderful to know you guys and get to know you better. Wow, that's the bottom of the list. I guess we will try to call again for check-ins, although it is 11:02, so keep that in mind. If you are interested in checking into tonight's Beacon Net, I am Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo. Name is Lucy. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time with the pre-show at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a lot of fun. Come hang out. If you want to be on our list for tonight, please call now.
K9 ZZK, Tim, Fairfield, Texas.
Well, Josh told me to wait, but I keyed up already, so that's how it's going to be. K9ZZK is who we got, and you're probably going to be our last check-in. We're probably going to wrap it up here. So, Tim, how are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
I came in a little late. I'm sorry. I don't have any trivia answers, but I noticed you're on about 5 or 6 different repeaters, so this must be bigger than I thought. I was on a net at 8 o'clock on this channel, and I'm not sure where you guys are based out of, but when you called for check-ins, I thought I'd get my name on some list. And again, my name is Tim. I'm in Fairfield, and this sounds like a great net. Whatever it does, I'll try to make it in the future.
All right, Tim. Yeah, welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Lucy, K-E-8-Y-U-K, and I am one of many, many net controllers for this net. We meet every Sunday and Wednesday night on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, so northeast Ohio. And there's a long origin story, but long story short, we have repeaters. We have repeater connections, Allstar connections to Oklahoma mainly, but also some digital repeaters, right? Fireside? What's a Fireside? Fireside network. Lots of networks. It's pretty big. Not gigantic, but we're very grateful for all the people we have check in. I don't have a scale. I'm new here. You should talk to somebody else who knows what they're doing. KD8EPC is kind of our main. He is our leader, Dustin. And then he usually leads Wednesday night check-in. So if you check in next Wednesday, you would hear him more likely than not. And, yeah, it's a great group. We usually have 2 trivias, a main that is relatively radio-related and an alternate that is random. Tonight we actually have 2 alternates because one of our members threw an alternate idea into the blue screen, which is if you go to NetLogger and pull up the net and then pull up the almost instant messenger window, you'll see the blue screen, and half the net happens on there. It's a lot of fun. So if you would like the trivia questions reread, I'm main trivia tonight. Usually I am in charge of trivia, and my husband Josh, W8HRF, is doing alternate trivia, and we can get those to you if you're interested. Over to you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm on NetLogger right now, so I see that. Wow, Ohio. It's got to be through some repeaters because I didn't think VHF would go that far. But oh my God, you got a ton of people. No, I'll oh no, it looks like I made it on the logger. I'll pass on the trivia questions, but thank you very much for asking, and I will definitely put it in my calendar to come aboard next week. Thank you so much.
W8WKY.
Ron, thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week. Like I said, it is Sunday and Wednesday. Slightly different crowds because some people are off work or on work, and it's a little bit different. But otherwise, pretty much the same regulars and definitely the same format, and it's a lot of fun either way. We look forward to seeing you. We're going to clear with K9ZZK, and we're going to go up to the net control team. Except I need to scroll, and Josh is doing something else. I can't reach that far. Okay. Oh, boy. I'm going to do my own traffic first because I never get to talk when I'm net controller. And I just wanted to say that Josh is coughing so hard. My point is, he's going to be so mad I'm telling you guys this story. But Uncle Fred is talking about the Muppet Show. And I have a particular love of the Muppet Show. Grew up with it. And long story short, my grandpa suggested we name our son Kermit, which is hilarious except Betty won't stop calling the baby Giermit, and it's a problem. He's going to be really confused. All right, I'm going to let it drop to reset. All right, KE8YUK returning after that reset. So yeah, it's a great name. We just recognize that it's also associated with Kermit the Frog. So I think it would be a fantastic name, and I like it a lot. And Josh worries that we would just have a kid who's permanently connected to the Muppet Show with no choice of his own. My brother Perry is permanently connected to Perry the Platypus, a more modern show. So I've kind of seen that impact on someone who didn't really like being connected to a popular figure. So it's complicated. Anyway, we'll see how it shakes down in June. In the meantime, I'm going to pass it over to W8HRF for your traffic and your trivia answers. KE8YUK, W8HRF.
All right, going to let everything reset. KE8YUK, W8HRF. I don't have too many comments. It's been a fun net. It was nice. It was cool, but a lot of activity in the blue screen. Lots of activity. That's been fun. If you don't have NetLogger, go to netlogger.org. Get yourself all downloaded there. Get the program downloaded there, and join us in the blue screen. It is a side party going on here. It's a lot of fun. Don't have too much else. Still thinking about the POTA event coming up in May, the Northeast Ohio and beyond multi-club POTA event, May 31st, Saturday, May 31st. Just trying to get a whole bunch of local clubs and friends out to POTA parks on that day. It was a lot of fun last year, so we're looking forward to that. Sarah's going to be out at Portage Lake State Park here, so that'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. So, oh man, hump day. Looking forward to the weekend. I know we still got a couple more days, but it'll be a good weekend. So, apparently it's supposed to be 70 around here, is what I am told. So we'll see if the weatherman's right. So that'll be pretty cool. So, anyways, I'm going to just answer I'm going to put in my trivia answers here in the NetLogger myself because I don't remember what they are, and pass it back to Lucy. I'll say 7-3 to everybody until I read the trivia in, I guess, a couple minutes. So, K8YUK, W8HRF.
All right, Josh, and you can put me down for the great state of Ohio for that one, pretty much for both, honestly. And then I have no idea for Tim. So just go again. It's funny. My voice is going, oh my goodness. All right, we'll clear with W8HRF, and we'll see if KD8EPC Dustin is out there.
K8YUK and the Beacon Net. Well, good evening to you, Miss Lucy. I'm not going to lie to you. I have a whole other conversation going on Simplex, so I totally missed the trivia. So I'm just going to go with double D's for the main two and the great state of Oklahoma for the third one. Had the day off, just kind of hung around the house, did a few things, and got a few more things to do tonight. I won't hold you up, Miss Lucy. Thanks for doing that. It's a great time, and it's been great listening there. So 73, we'll catch you all down the log. KD8EPC, back to net control.
KD8EPC, KD8YUK. The audacity talking to someone else while this net is running? How dare you? We've got you down for double D's, and Oklahoma. We're an O state too, you know. We're going to clear with Dustin. Wish you a good night. We're going to pick up KD8SLG, who I just saw is in the blue screen, so I'm pretty sure he's awake. KD8SLG, how are you doing tonight?
K8YUK, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Lucy, and all the Beacon netizens. I'm sleep chatting. That's what's going on the blue screen there. I just went up, I was looking for the questions, and yeah, I got lost. There was quite a bit of traffic in there tonight. Good to see everybody's having a good time in there. That's to get trivia. Morocco, for sure. I'm guessing Morocco for that one. I'm going to go with Louisiana Bayous for that one, and the alt extra whateverness, I don't know, Charlie. Translate that into letters for me, if you would, please, Josh. Thank you very much. I would like to remind everybody, now that Alan's not here, I'm not going to go into the whole bit, but one thing about the Cornwaldo bean family is you got to remember, Colonel Cornwaldo bean, the colonel is not a rank. Colonel is his first name. It's important to know. Calendar's filling up for the summer, guys, so make a list, check it twice. Dues are due for you Sarah members, so dues are due. And thinking happy thoughts towards Neil and his family. It's KD8 SLG. Back to net control. Thanks, Lucy.
Transmit over time.
KD8 SLG, K8YUK. We've got you down for D, B, and C. I think that's the proper translation. I trust Josh. Doggone it. What was the funny thing I was going to say? Drat. I don't know anymore. Has something to do with filling up the calendar and checking it twice. Oh, I know what it was. It was that Betty has started saying dudes, which is really funny. Been really cute. She also thinks, well, I'll just get the whole net off track if I keep talking, so I'm gonna cut it off there. Have a good night, Nick. We're gonna see if Nick at night is around. KE8QKO. Are you out there?
Comment, please, Lucy.
That's a good time to comment because I forgot Nick at night's in and out. What's up, Nick?
Oh, I just wanted to respond to the heckler there who came in from Texas, Racknerd Hub Cloud. You guys set your timer at 2 minutes, and that's great, but we don't. So sorry if I go over 2 minutes or anybody else does when you're linked up, but you may want to talk to your administrator and stretch it out a bit. There's that. And if you want to make some comments, please identify yourself and say comment first. It's not a free-for-all. Thanks, Lucy. KD8SLG, back to net control.
I appreciate that, Nick. We like the support. We're going to clear with just Nick, and we're going to pick up Eric, KE8VZA. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
KE8YUK in the group, KE8VZA here. Great net so far tonight. Great blue screen chats all abound. Let's see, trivia. Lauren Bacall. I just can't get her out of my head. Stunning. Great actress. Anyway, I'm going to go with Delta Morocco for the main. And Alpha, the Florida Everglades for the alt trivia. And for the alt trivia, I'm going to go Bravo 1969. And there you have it. So Alpha, no, I'm sorry. Delta Alpha Bravo. Delta Alpha Bravo. DAB. There you go. So I hit the rec center tonight after work, swam many laps, trying to make up for lost ground because I can't swim very much when the swim team is practicing. And they don't have enough lap lanes available. It's very competitive to get a lane. So the whole pool was open for laps. So I swam and swam and swam. Late dinner, and then joined this net. Checked into 4 nets today total. Barometer net, boredom breaker net. That's a big W under my desk. The North Food net, and, of course, Beacon net. So there you have it. Anyway, thanks for running the net, Lucy and Josh, and the great net, great trivia questions, especially Taco Tim's alternate there. That was a nice surprise. So back to net control, KE8VZA.
All right, Eric, we've got you down for dab. Nice job on the laps. And congratulations on getting the exercise in. I'm trying to avoid it. We're going to clear with Eric. We will have one final call before we read our trivia answers and call it a night. So if you would like to be added to the list for tonight's BeaconNet net, I don't know what I'm talking about. If you would like to check in and get on our list, please call now. Nothing heard. That works for me. We already went through the net control, so we're going to read off the trivia. Main trivia, in the movie Casablanca, when character Rick Blaine says to Ilsa Lund, "We'll always have Paris," and what DXCEC entity is he standing? A, London, B, Dubai, C, Panama, or D, Morocco? The answer is D, which almost every single person got. I think maybe 3 people got it wrong. I haven't quite counted, but yeah, offhand, I think 3. Very impressive. You guys know the movie Casablanca way better than I did, apparently. Rick and Ilsa were in Casablanca, which is both the city and the movie, which was in what was then French Morocco, CN, which is now just Morocco. That's the answer to main. I'll pass it over to Josh, W8HRF, for the first alternate. And then Taco Tim, if you could stand by either so we can call on you to give the answer, or if you could post it in the blue screen, either way, that would be great. I'm going to pass this over to W8HRF.
All right, let things drop and reset. Tonight's alternate trivia question. What ecosystem is the only one in the world where alligators and crocodiles coexist side by side? Your options were Alpha, the Florida Everglades, Bravo, the Louisiana Bayou, Charlie, Northern Australia, or Delta, Cornwaldo Bay. I want to say Delta, Cornwaldo Bay, but the answer really was Alpha, the Florida Everglades. We had a mixed bag. I think a lot of people got it. Yeah, a lot of people got it, but there was a little bit of a mixed bag. So the American alligators. So American alligators can be found from the Low Country in South Carolina, south to Everglades National Park in Florida, and west to the southeastern region of Texas. They're found in parts of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, and even Oklahoma, apparently, and Texas. I don't know how Oklahoma works. They're landlocked, but there's rivers. I don't know. Anyways, the American crocodile, on the other hand, lives throughout the Caribbean basin. So that includes the Caribbean islands and South Florida. So South Florida is the only spot that those areas overlap. One of the differences between alligators and crocodiles is their snout shape. Crocodiles have a V-shaped snout, while alligators have a rounded U-shape. Let's see. Distracted by the blue screen. Alligators and crocodiles are extremely large reptiles, but in terms of average size, alligators are typically smaller than crocodiles, and crocodiles tend to prefer brackish water, which is a mix of fresh and salt water in your coastlines, so it makes sense about the Everglades, while alligators live primarily in freshwater environments. Even freshwater crocodiles can tolerate salt water for a bit, though. So a couple of other interesting facts that I noticed when looking up this: the largest crocodile ever measured, I believe it was a little over 20 feet. And the largest gator measured was about 15 and a half feet, so that's pretty crazy. And crocodiles can swim, on land can go 15 to 22 miles an hour, while alligators can reach up to 35, so that's exciting. Anyways, that is your alternate trivia. Again, the answer was Alpha, the Florida Everglades. And I'll pass it back to Lucy, KE8YUK, W8HRF, 73 all.
Thank you, WAHRF. Uncle Fred really nailed it. I don't care what their mouths look like. I don't want to be near either mouth. I was scared of crocodiles. I've been holding this backwards. It's time to go to bed. Oh, boy. Bronco Tim, are you out there? What's the alternate trivia answer? If you could provide that for us, please.
This is KI5TAQ. Yes, I am out here, Miss Lucy. The alt trivia question is, what year was Lenco founded? The answer, believe it or not, is C. July 4th, 1970. And there you have it. And I've heard some people say that, some people say 1980 or 1969, but it's actually July 4th, 1970. So there you have it. This is KI5TAQ, turning it back to net control.
All right, we appreciate that. The alternate answer was C, 1970. Looks like a good chunk of people got it, which is good. All right. Ow. I ran my knee into Josh's chair. Anyway, we're going to clear with Tim, and we are going to close down the net. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, the entire BeaconNet team, which is W8HRF, KD8EPC, KD8SLG, KE8QKO, K8VVA, and occasionally KI5DAY. Thank you one and all for checking in with us this evening. You're welcome to come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet, Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater. You can also find us on the Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. In the same locations, you can find the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday. Finally, don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, on Allstar 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R, or here on the W8WKY on Wednesdays. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is Lucy, KE8YUK, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. God bless and 73s.